Terry, welcome to this video. We're going to be looking at an interesting project on the Fractal Bitcoin infrastructure. Of course, Fractal Bitcoin is launching on mainnet September 9th, and you may want to be interested in getting in early with the ecosystem, interacting with solid applications on it early on. In a previous video, we looked at 12 upcoming projects on Fractal Bitcoin. In this video, we're focusing on this one. To establish if it's the Pumpfun of Bitcoin, we'll be looking at the technicalities surrounding how it is able to launch on Fractal Bitcoin, considering the smart contract considering it's a smart contract centric application. Before we get started, permit me to quickly take a look at the state of the stream, considering I'm streaming on multiple platforms. Give me a moment, please. Just a moment. If you are finding this video on different social media platforms, consider sharing it. The stream seems fine. It's also being streamed on X. You can follow me on X as well. Web3 Wikis on all socials. Okay. That said, let's get started. We will be connecting our wallet here to test it out. Want to see if it's on testnet and basically how it functions. I'd recommend, this is my personal expeditions in Web3. I'm documenting it. So it's educational for the most part, and no recommendations from me. But you will definitely see what I'm doing. So for this project, it's best to do some due diligence to be assured of its authenticity. I will be connecting, considering I have a new Unisat wallet later on in the video. For now, let's look at some of the technicalities surrounding it. It's interesting or refreshing to see now solid applications building on Bitcoin, which wasn't once the case. Hardly do you find an ecosystem of well sophisticated dApps similar to what you have on the EVM chain. So this is interesting altogether. The technology in function here looks like Opnet BTC. We'll be looking at that in a bit as well. Okay, so let's quickly look at this to get started. It says what is Opnet and what is OpFun. If you're looking for a real opportunity during this cycle, then check this out. Opnet BTC is a groundbreaking meta protocol that brings advanced smart contract functionality to Bitcoin, overcoming the limitations of previous Bitcoin-based protocols like Ordinals and BRC20. Now, this is powerful stuff. I did notice, although I didn't venture into the Ordinal space to a maximum level, but I did notice superficially the level of sophistication of dApps there are not as high level as the types of dApps on the EVM chain. So there was an obvious limitations with what's possible in a non-smart contract environment. So it looks like OPNet BTC is trying to make sophisticated smart contracts a thing on Bitcoin, and they may be the spearheaders of something. Now, for Fractal Bitcoin, even though I've not looked at it intently, I don't think it's I don't know if it expands on the smart contract functionalities capable on Bitcoin. It looks to me, superficially looking, that it focuses on the scalability aspect of things. So interesting stuff altogether. Although I've seen a launch platform attempting to launch on Fractal Bitcoin that is also in a similar niche, which is a meme coin launchpad. It's called Sat's Pumpfun, which I've covered in a previous video, although there is no possibility of testing it at the moment. So I don't know if it's a possibility. but this looks available to test, so we'll be testing it, and seems to be building on the OPNet infrastructure. Now, I don't know if the builders of OPNet are also the builders of op.fun. We'll be trying to accomplish that in the course of this video. So here it says it leverages tap script and custom virtual machine to enable complex decentralized application, which are dApps, referring to dApps in the DeFi and NFTs directly on Bitcoin, all while using Bitcoin as gas. This combination of programmability and unparalleled security and decentralization presents a unique investment opportunity on Bitcoin. OPNet has the potential to unlock significant amount of $1.3 trillion by enabling the first fully programmable layer on the world's most secure blockchain. This is quite proprietary where they can pull this off. This means early investors and projects on OPNet like op.fun would be in for a wild ride in the next 12 months. Interesting as we speak. So I would definitely be looking to cover this. I've only covered Fractal Bitcoin recently, but this is interesting. I believe it will present its own ecosystem of unique applications, such as this one, I believe, considering it's the DEX where a token that launched on OpFun will bond onto. Interesting stuff. So OpFun is basically pump.fun, but on Bitcoin, it's easy. Create your token, complete the bonding curve, have a liquidity pool automatically deployed on MotoSwap BTC. So I'll do specific videos for all this, many of these applications. MotoSwap BTC, OPNet itself. This one is focused on op.fun. Now we know what you're thinking. Isn't Bitcoin like super slow? Yes, it is. Enter SlowFi. In case you haven't heard, SlowFi is the term people are using to describe the DeFi experience on Bitcoin, where you will likely be waiting around 10 minutes for transactions to settle. Here's the twist, though. This slower pace isn't a bug, it's a feature. With more time to think, strategize, and plan your moves, you're less likely to get caught up in the frantic FOMO that can lead to bad decisions. The slower transaction times give you a better shot at hitting those sweet spots on bonding curves, making it easier to see those curves through to completion. Less volatility equal more orderly progress through the curve. This can make it easier for the bonding curve to reach its completion point as participants have a clearer understanding of price trajectories. SlowFi, so they are basically embracing SlowFi. An interesting take altogether. Let's continue. It says, we get it. Not everyone's cut for the deliberate methodical world of SlowFi. If you are itching for that fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled trading environment, no worries, we got you. Okay, so they will also be launching on Fractal Bitcoin. So they look separate. OPNet and Fractal, they look separate. So it's looking like they will have two chain incorporations, one that's slow and one that's speedy. I believe so. So Unisats. Oh, so Fractal Bitcoin is actually a Unisat project. I didn't even know. So Fractal Bitcoin is Unisat's Bitcoin sidechain, which is designed for speed and agility, 30 seconds block times. So if SlowFi sounds a bit boring to you, just flip the switch onto the dashboard and head over to our Fractal iteration where you'll be able to play fast. The last thing we'll say is this. The real reason to get excited about op.fun is simple. Whether you're playing on SlowFi or tearing it up on Fractal, Fun token stakers are in for a treat. So there's actually a token. We'll be sharing our platform's revenue directly with our stakers, meaning every transaction, every trade, every time someone dives into a bonding curve, stakers are getting their cut. This isn't about earning tokens, it's about being a part of our success and growing our stack along with us. It's a win-win, or better yet, it's a fun. Bitcoin Season 2, SlowFi season is coming. Make sure to check out some of the other projects leading the way. Wow, I'll be checking all of these projects. Interesting stuff altogether. So OPNet is not targeting speed. It's going to maintain Bitcoin how it is, slow-fi, but it's going to advance the smart contract capability side of Bitcoin, enabling for sophisticated applications to emerge, such as OpFun. That's interesting stuff. Also, it's interesting to know that they will have a token with innate utility. So, of interest may be how to get the token. I don't know if there is a sale or an airdrop. We will try to find out in the course of this video. Let's quickly take a look at their DApp to see if there's information there about the token. There don't seem to be. I'm going to attempt to connect my wallet. Like I said, it's a new wallet. I want to see if this is on testnet or on mainnet to be able to establish if OPNet is on mainnet or testnet. So select. Okay, so allow this site to switch the network from livenet to testnet. So it's likely on testnet, meaning that by interacting with this, you'll be interacting with the OPNet testnet. I don't know if OPNet. Wow, interestingly, it's not taking the connection. Hmm. But it has changed the network here. I don't know if that's a bug. Just a moment. Okay, so it's not testable as we speak, I believe, or maybe a bug, not allowing wallet connection. Just a moment. So Bitcoin testnet. I'll just experiment and switch here. Okay, likely a bug. We all know what Pumpfun is. It's basically a launcher for meme coins and also your avenue to early stage meme coins. Okay, so let's. I don't know why it's impossible to connect. It may be a bug, or maybe at this stage it's not possible to test the application. Let's quickly scan through this page to see if there's any information about a prospective airdrop for those interested in airdrops. At the same time, we'll be doing some due diligence, looking for partnerships and all that. So Fractal ecosystems features them. Just a moment. What motivates MotoSwap? Just a moment. OPNet is the first and only smart contract Bitcoin Layer 1 meta protocol. Works similar to ORD client, deploying smart contracts similar to ordinal inscriptions directly on Bitcoin. So let's use this avenue to quickly look at this, eliminating the need for extra trust dependencies in external VMs or blockchains for data availability. This simplification of smart contracts deployment will lead to efficient DeFi applications using Bitcoin security and wide adoption. So the logic is being incorporating smart contracts into an ordinal. Thereby, it's able to deploy smart contracts on chain similar to inscriptions such as ordinals. Wow. Okay. Just a moment. So this user, I don't know, we can't listen to this, but has a take on OPNet. He's popular in the ordinals and BRC20 space. So these are applications to study if you are interested in OPNet BTC. Just a moment. Okay, so this is August. We've gone really far on the timeline. No near-term information about the airdrop, but we know, I mean, the token, but we know there's going to be a token. Now we want to establish how far away that OPNet is from a mainnet launch. So we will just go here and see what we can uncover from here. So for those who are not early to Bitcoin, Fractal Bitcoin, they may be interested in opportunities that is provided by virtue of OPNet. I'll open this as well. So BTC as fee token. Okay, we get the gist. For now, we want to know where they are, where they have reached in terms of their evolution. So I'm going to try to connect here, connect Unisat, but it says wrong network. Let's try this. Still says wrong network. Bitcoin reg test. Testnet mode is on. The app is running in testnet. Let's look at the Explorer. So it looks like there is activity on the Explorer. Um, but I wonder why it's impossible to connect to this. It may be like the net. I don't know what network it's supposed to be on. Can it be this Signet one? Let's just experiment. Okay, so we will start concluding. We will just scan the documentation a bit to see if there is any insight. Okay, so this is the network. The network is actually reg test, but it's supposed to automatically incorporate that network into Unisat, but it's not doing so. I will do a dedicated video for OPNet. I don't even think that this is the right. Oh, so it also has its own unique wallet. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I don't even think that this is the right address. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Uh, let's change this to this. Okay, so let's see here. Swapping tokens. I'll do a dedicated video about this. I'm interested in testing it out. The easiest way, of course, is to install this wallet. Of course, it will have the network already set up, but I believe you can also use Uniswap. I also believe that that's why we could not connect um, to the OpFun. So let's see. Reg test Bitcoin network to Unisat. And MotoSwap doesn't have the capacity of changing the network. So Bitcoin reg test, it doesn't have the capacity of changing the network. You can test this, it looks like you can test it with multiple options, but I would have liked to test it here. Okay, so resolution is, to dive in deeper. I can do it, but I don't want to do it in the course of this video. Or go here. Get the wallet, get their native wallet. Another option will be to try here. This is Opnet BTC ecosystem, to look for another application when you try to connect that is capable of, oh, anyway, the easiest resolution is download the wallet. It's just as simple as that. Note that you can still use OPNet with XRES Unisat, but transactions will require multiple signatures, and you will not have the access to the full functionality we've built in wallet, including token balances. So the best thing is to get the wallet. It's open source and verifiable, so I believe it's safe. I'll be doing that in another video. After I've done that, I will test out. I'll start my interactions with the test net of OPNet, and that's about it for this video. I believe this will get you started with the ecosystem, and then you can begin to track projects on the ecosystem. MotoSwap is a good one, of course. OP.fun is a good one as well. If you need to contact me, you can do so via X, but basically just go to Airdrop C. It's also your avenues to airdrops and productivity tools. You can subscribe to airdrop reminders and contact me using this form, or go to my socials here. Stay awesome. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials in the description. There are additional productivity tools there that you can take advantage of. Take advantage of them while they last. Stay awesome. I'll be ending this now.